Hello students and learners, welcome to the Brainbox Tutorials. I am your teacher Priyanka and today I have brought MCQs, 50 MCQs on ICSE Class 10 Biology Semester 2 examination syllabus. So here is the syllabus, 5 chapters are coming. They are circulatory system, excretory system, nervous system, sense organs and endocrine system. So I think you have prepared properly for the examination. Let us see. Let us calculate the marks of all the 50 MCQs. So when I read the question and the options, you can pause the video, select the correct answer, write it in your exercise book, and after that play the video and see whether your option was correct or not. And tell me in the comment box how many marks do you get in this particular mock test, which includes only the MCQs of semester 2 syllabus. So let us start with question number 1. The mineral iron needed for the formation of a blood clot is, options are number A sodium, B calcium, C potassium and D iron. And the correct option is B calcium. Number 2. A muscular wall is absent in number A arteries, B veins, C capillaries, D venule. And the correct option is C capillaries. Number 3. The opening of left auricle into left ventricle is guarded by A bicuspid valve, B tricuspid valve, C aortic semilunar valve and D pulmonary semilunar valve. And the correct option is A bicuspid valve. Number 4. Hepatic portal system starts from A kidney to liver, B digestive system to liver, C liver to heart and D liver to kidney. And the correct option is B digestive system to liver. Now coming to number 5. Blood vessel carrying oxygenated blood. Number A all veins, number B all arteries, number C pulmonary vein and number D pulmonary artery. And the correct option is C pulmonary vein. See, arteries carry oxygenated blood but not all the arteries. Pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood. So that is why option C is the correct option. Number 6. Blood group which is universal donor. Option A, option B, B, option C, AB and option D, O. And correct option is D, that is blood group O. It is universal donor and universal recipient is AB. Now number 7. Property of WBC to squeeze through the walls of the capillaries. That property is called A diapedesis, B phagocytosis, C diffusion and D gestation. And the correct option is A diapedesis. Now coming to number 8. The blood vessel leaving the left ventricle of the mammalian heart. Options are A pulmonary artery, B dorsal aorta, C pulmonary vein, D superior vena cava. And the correct option is dorsal aorta because blood vessel leaving the left ventricle carries pure blood, that is oxygenated blood. So dorsal aorta carries it. Number 9. Red blood cells are produced chiefly in A skin, B heart, C lungs and D bone marrow of the long bones. And the correct option is D bone marrow of the long bones. Red blood cells are chiefly produced here. Otherwise red blood cells are also produced in liver and spleen. Now number 10. Longest living blood cell is A RBC, B WBC, C platelets, D plasma. And the correct option is A RBC. The lifespan of RBC is around 120 days, whereas WBC is around 2 weeks, platelets is for I think 2-3 days and plasma is not blood cell. So it will be eliminated first. Now number 11, blood pressure is option A, the pressure of blood on the heart muscles. Number B, the pressure of blood exerted on the walls of arteries and veins. Option C, the pressure of blood on the walls of veins only. And option D, the pressure of blood on the walls of arteries only. And the correct option is option D, the pressure of blood on the walls of arteries only. Number 12, the blood vessel that supplies blood to nephron. Option A, afferent arteriole. Option B, efferent arteriole. Option C, renal vein. And option D, mesenteric vein. And the correct option is A, afferent arteriole. Number 13, which part of the excretory system produces urine? Option A, ureter. Option B, urinary bladder. Option C, kidney. Option D, pelvis. And the correct option is option C, kidney. See, ureter carries urine from kidney to urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is storing it. In pelvis, it collects the urine. So, option C will be correct. Now, number 14. Structure of the kidney where glomerulus is enclosed. Option A, Henle's loop. Option B, Bowman's capsule. Option C, proximal convoluted tubule, that is PCT. And option D, distal convoluted tubule, that is DCT. And the correct option is B, Bowman's capsule. Now number 15, the process of regulating water content and iron concentration in the body of an organism. Now the process is called option A, osmoregulation, option B, transplantation, option C, urine formation, and option D, reabsorption. And the correct option is option A, osmoregulation. Now number 16, the pigment which gives color to urine is option A, hemoglobin, option B, chlorophyll, option C, urochrome, and option D, melanin. And the correct option is C, urochrome. Number 17, maximum amount of water from the glomerular filtrate is reabsorbed in option A, PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule. Option B, ascending limb of Henle's loop. Option C, DCT, that is distal convoluted tubule. And option D, descending limb of Henle's loop. And the correct option is A, PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. Now number 18, ultrafiltration occurs in option A, Bowman's capsule. Option B, proximal convoluted tubule. Option C, Henle's loop. Option D, distal convoluted tubule. And the correct option is A, Bowman's capsule. Number 19, which of the following is not an excretory activity in the real sense? Remember, in the real sense. So, options are option A, releasing carbon dioxide. Option B, passing out fecal matter. Option C, sweating. And option D, removal of urea. And the correct option is B, passing out fecal matter. Because remember, metabolic waste are removed from the body mainly via kidneys, lungs and skin. So from kidneys it will be urea, from lungs it will be carbon dioxide, and from skin it will be sweat. Now number 20. The structural and functional unit of excretion in the human kidney is, options are option A, ureter, option B, Bowman's capsule, option C, renal pelvis, and option D, nephron. And the correct option is D, nephron. Now 21, chief nitrogenous waste in human. Options are A, amino acid, B, ammonia, C, uric acid, D, urea. And the correct option is D, urea, that is chief nitrogenous waste. Now number 22, chemicals which are released at the synaptic junction, that is synapse, are called option A hormones, option B neurotransmitters, option C cerebrospinal fluid, and option D lymph. And the correct option is B neurotransmitters. Now number 23, the largest part of the brain is option A cerebrum, option B cerebellum, option C pons, option D medulla oblongata. And the correct option is option A cerebrum. This is the largest part of the brain. Now moving over to number 24, the reflex action is controlled through option A central nervous system, option B peripheral nervous system, option C autonomic nervous system, and option D none of the above. And the correct option is A central nervous system. Now number 25, the number of spinal nerves in a human being. So the pairs are given, option A 10 pairs, option B 20 pairs, option C 30 pairs, and option D 31 pairs. And the correct option is D 31 pairs. Now number 26, point of contact between two neurons is called A synapsis, B synapse, C neuromotor junction, and option D axon. And the correct option is B synapse. Now number 27. The ventral root ganglion of the spinal cord contains cell bodies of option A motor neuron, option B sensory neuron, option C intermediate neuron, and number D associated neuron. Now the correct option is option A motor neuron. Number 28. Which of the following is not a natural reflex? Option A knee jerk, option B blinking of eyes due to strong light, option C salivation at sight of food, and D sneezing when any irritant enters the nose. And the correct option is salivation at sight of food. All the other three are natural reflexes. Now number 29. Part of the brain that coordinates skeletal muscular movements. Options are A medulla oblongata, B cerebrum, C cerebellum, and D pons. Correct option is C cerebellum. Number 30. Neurolemma is option A the cell membrane around the nerve cell, option B a layer of fatty substance around axon, option C a layer of specialized neuroglia around myelin sheath of nerve fibers, and option D the connective tissue around a nerve tract. And the correct option is C a layer of specialized neuroglia around myelin sheath of nerve fibers. Now coming over to number 31. A reflex arc in man is best described as movement of stimuli from A receptor cell, sensory neuron, relaying neuron, effector muscles, B receptor cell, efferent nerve, relaying neuron, muscles of the body, C receptor cell, spinal cord, motor neuron, and then relaying neuron, and last one is receptor cell, synapse, motor neuron, relaying neuron. And here the correct option will be option A receptor cell, then sensory neuron, then relaying neuron, and at last effector muscles. Number 32. Gray matter contains option A cell body, option B axon, option C nerve endings, option D synapse. And the correct option is A cell body. White matter will have axon. Number 33. The part of the human brain which controls body temperature. Option A cerebellum, option B pons, option C hypothalamus, and option D medulla oblongata. And the correct option is C. Hypothalamus. Number 34. Aqueous humor is present between the option A. lens and retina, option B. iris and lens, option C. cornea and iris, and option D. cornea and lens. And the correct option is D. cornea and lens. That is, aqueous humor is present between cornea and lens. And between lens and retina, it will be vitreous humor. Now number 35. The region in the eye where rods and cones are located in the option A. sclera, option B. cornea, option C. choroid, and option D. retina. And the correct option is D. retina. Number 36. The structure that keeps the shape of the eyeball. Option A. aqueous humor, option B. vitreous humor, option C. aqueous humor, option D. vitreous humor. And the correct option will be option B. vitreous humor. Now this one was tricky because aqueous and vitreous just had spelling mistakes in C and D. Now coming to number 37, the aperture in the eye through which light enters. Remember, aperture. Option A. pupil, option B. conjunctiva, option C. ciliary muscles, and last one D is choroid. And the correct option will be pupil, option A. Now number 38, lens used to correct myopia. Option A. convex lens, option B. concave lens, option C. telephoto lens, option D. meniscus lens. The correct option is B. concave lens. And to correct hypermetropia, we use convex lens. Now number 39, part of the ear giving dynamic balance. Options are A. semicircular canal, option B. vestibule, C. cochlea, D. pinna. And the correct option will be A. semicircular canal. And the part of the ear which will give static balance will be part B. vestibule, which has two parts, utriculus and sacculus. Okay, now number 40, find the odd one out. A. malleus, B. incus, C. pinna, D. stapes. And the correct option is C. pinna, because malleus, incus, stapes are part of the middle ear, pinna is part of external ear or outer ear. Now 41. The sensory cells that help in hearing. Option A. stapes, option B. incus, option C. malleus, and option D. organ of Corti. And the correct option is organ of Corti, which is located in the inner ear in cochlea. Number 42. Adjustment of eye in order to obtain a clear vision of objects at different distances. Option A. power of accommodation, option B. adjustment of eye, option C. vibration, option D. dynamic balance. And the correct option is option A. power of accommodation. Now number 43. The nerve which transmits impulses from the ear to brain. Options are A. optical nerve, B. auditory nerve, C. olfactory nerve, D. motor nerve. And the correct option is B. auditory nerve. See, optical nerve is between eye and brain, olfactory nerve is between nose and brain, and motor nerve we know that it starts from the brain. So obviously option B is the correct option. Number 44. The endocrine gland which produces emergency hormone. Options are A. pituitary gland, B. pancreas, C. thyroid gland, D. adrenal gland. And the correct option will be D. adrenal gland, because this gland produces emergency hormone. Number 45. Hormone which regulates basal metabolism. Option A, adrenaline. Option B, insulin. Option C, thyroxine. And option D, vasopressin. And the correct option will be C, thyroxine. That is the hormone secreted by thyroid gland. Number 46. Insulin is secreted by option A, alpha cells of pancreas. Option B, beta cells of pancreas. Option C, delta cells of pancreas. And option D, none of the above. And the correct option is B, beta cells of pancreas. Number 47. Exophthalmic goiter is caused due to overreactivity of options are A, thymus, B, thyroid, C, parathyroid, and D, adrenal cortex. And the correct option is B, thyroid. Number 48. Gigantism and acromegaly are due to option A, hypersecretion of thyroxine. Option B, hypersecretion of growth hormone. Option C, hypersecretion of insulin. And option D, hypersecretion of glucagon. And the correct option will be B, hypersecretion of growth hormone, that is in pituitary gland. Now number 49. Which of the following gland is known as master gland? Option A, adrenal glands. Option B, pancreas. Option C, thyroid gland. And option D, pituitary gland. And the correct option is D, pituitary gland, that is known as master gland. And remember, pancreas is known as mixed gland. Okay, number 50, this which is last one. Which statement is not for a hormone? Option A, they act on target organs usually away from the source glands. Option B, they are secreted directly into the blood. Option C, they are used again and again as catalysts. And option D, they are produced in very minute quantities and are biologically very active. And the correct option will be C, they are used again and again as catalyst. Because all the other three are the characteristics of a hormone, and enzymes are actually used as catalyst again and again, not a hormone. So we have completed 50 MCQs. I hope you have scored very well. This time biology syllabus is also very short and easy as well. So I think you have prepared it very well, and your exam tomorrow will also be very, very good. Best of luck to all of you. Prepare well and have confidence. Your exam will be super duper. I will come up with the biology solutions also of the paper. Until then, keep learning, keep rocking. Bye bye. Jai Hind.